जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा हरे हरे जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्री श्री पद्मावती वेंकटेश्वर बालाजी की, श्री श्री रुक्मिणी विठल की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। छायायां पारिजातस्य हेमसिंहासनोपरि आसीनमम्बुधश्याममायताक्षमलङ्कृतं चन्द्राननं चतुर्बाहुं श्रीवत्साङ्किकवक्षसं रुक्मिणी सत्यमावाभ्यां सहितं कृष्णमाश्रये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। So all of you can guess what is this picture on the screen? Yeah? Who is that? That's Brahmana, that's everybody knows. Who is that other one? So this is verse number 10th canto 53rd chapter. Okay, text number 37. So see, when Krishna arrived at Kaundinyapur, I will just read a few verses here. Okay, we will not repeat it. We have limited time, so I will just recite this. Okay, this is 10th canto 53rd chapter 36th verse. कृष्णम् आगतमाकर्ण्य विदर्भपुरवासिनः आगत्य नेत्राञ्जलिभिः पपुस्तन्मुखपङ्कजम्. See, Krishnam Agatam Akarnya, having heard that Krishna has arrived in Kaundinyapur, Vidarbha Puravasinaha, all the Vidarbha city people, Agatya Netra Anjalibihi, with their two eyes wide open, they were very eagerly came to take darshan of Papustan Mukhapankajam. They came to see the beautiful form of Krishna and drink with the cup of their eyes. And then what they said to each other, they were talking to each other. Asyaiva bharya bhavitum Rukmini arhati na para asavapi anabhadyatma vaishmya samuchita patihi. They are saying, Asyaiva, for this personality, Krishna, Bharya Bhavitum Rukmini Arhati Napara. This person's beauty is so great. The person who is very befitting for this personality Krishna is our Rukmini only. Napara, nobody else can match. She is a perfect match for him, they said. Asavavi Anavadyatma. Vaishmyaha Samuchitapati. And for our Rukmini also, there cannot be a better husband than Krishna. Krishna will be the most befitting husband. Like that, they were all talking to each other that Krishna and Rukmini are actually made for each other. Like that, they were talking. Kinchit sucharitam jannas tena dushtasti lokakrit anugrihana trihanato vaidarbhya panimachyutah. So they were all praying, oh Lord Achyuta, the creator of the three worlds, let him be satisfied with whatever punya we have done. If we have done any little punya, let this Krishna get married to our Rukmini. Like that they were all praying like that. Evam prema kalabadha vadanti sma puraukasah kanya chanta purat pragat bhatair guptam vikalayam. Bound by their swelling love, the city's residents spoke in this way. And then the bride, protected by the guards, left the inner palace to visit the temple of Ambika. So, Rukmini's eldest brother, his name is Rukmi. She had four other brothers also. But that Rukmi, he was very envious of Krishna. And he wanted to give Rukmini in marriage to Shishupal. So now these people, they were not afraid of Rukmi. What will that eldest brother say? Evam prema kalabadda. Bound by swelling happiness. Vadanti sma puravakasaha. All the residents of the city, they spoke very boldly. Because their prema was filled with emotions for Lord Krishna. So they had no fear to express their thought about Rukmini's suitable husband would be only Krishna. And of course, Rukmini was also aware that all people are saying like this, and she was also very happy. Actually, Rukmini's father, Bhishmak, he wanted also to give his daughter in marriage to Krishna. And all the other brothers were innocent and simple. When Rukmini also expressed her joy in marrying Krishna, they also expressed their joy. So everybody in the family agreed. Except Rukmini, the eldest brother. He was having friendship with Jarasandha. He was having friendship with Shishupal. Such vicious personalities. So he was deadly opposed. He told, I will give my sister in marriage to Shishupal. I have already made up my mind. So he told his brothers, whatever I say, everybody should follow, he said. Then he was so pushy that he even controlled his father also. And Bhishmaka, he also, due to Putra Sneha Vash, due to the Putra Sneha, he came in the Vash of that, it is mentioned. So he also said, okay, my son, if you insist, then it is all right. He also agreed. Bhishmaka also. At that time, Rukmini realized, my Lord, it is dangerous. Nobody is there to support me. So, that is the lessons from Rukmini's marriage, pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see it? It's a little small, I think. See, many valuable lessons we can learn from this pastime of Rukmini. Rukmini, being the supreme Prakriti, just like Srimati Radharani, Rukmini, Sita, Lakshmi, they all are in one tattva called Shakti Tattva, correct, no? They all are in, Radharani is the original, no? And then she expands into many other Shakti forms. So Rukmini is a supreme Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, and then all of us as Jivas, we are also Shaktis. But we are like droplet Shaktis, tiny Shaktis. But we can learn from Rukmini's pastime how she expressed her devotion to Krishna and how she attained Krishna. That is very instructive for us. Here it is mentioned here, how Krishna reciprocates. This should be kept far away. Very, keep this. You know, Krishna's reciprocation with her single-minded devotion. Single-minded devotion means ananya bhakti. Ananya means when a Jiva wants Krishna desperately and does not want anything else, only then one gets Krishna. No, one doesn't get Krishna just like that. Although it is true that we say Bhakti path is very easy, nevertheless, if we have many other priorities over in our life, then Krishna will say, okay, take your own sweet time, my friend. You can come whenever you want. There was one ashram in which a Shishya joined. So Guru told him that you chant regularly daily. So he went to the riverside under the shady tree. He sat and chanted. 6 months passed. So he asked his Guru, Guruji, 6 months have passed. I am not getting darshan of Krishna. What is to be done? It seems God doesn't reciprocate so easily. And he said, I heard that if you do tapasya and all, Indra at least sends some apsara. Here no apsara is also not coming. Nothing is happening in my life, he was telling. Guruji said, come, I will show you how Krishna reciprocates. So Guruji went to the river side taking his disciple. When the Guru went to take bath, disciple also went to take bath. Guruji caught hold of the neck of the disciple and buried him under the water. And the disciple was trying to come up. Repeatedly, but Guru didn't allow him to easily come up. 1 or 2 minutes he told him, be inside only. And with great difficulty pushed and come out. Like he was breathing. He said, Guru, today did you decide to kill me or what? Guru was smiling and I was surprised. What delight Guru gets in burying me under the water? Then Guruji asked, tell me, my disciple, when you were under the water, what was one thing you wanted? He said, air. What was the only thing you wanted? He said, air alone. What about you? Asking Apsaras, you wanted Apsaras? He said, no, nothing else. Only air, he said. Yes. When you want Krishna like that, then you will get Krishna. How many of us can honestly say that we don't want Krishna so much? Honestly, correct, no? Yeah, we want, but not so much. Not that we are so desperate. Like one boy was telling, Prabhu, if suddenly Krishna comes in front of me playing on his flute and gives me his darshan beautifully, after that I will come to 16 rounds. I said, if Krishna becomes so easily available, then we will tell Krishna, bye-bye, now you can carry on, I have many other things to do. But when Krishna becomes number one priority in your life, then Krishna becomes visible to the eyes of that devotee. A devotee who is desperate to get Krishna, like Rukmini was desperate. For her, nothing was important in life. So, that's why in one of the verses she says, Yasyangri pankaja rajasnapanam mahanto vanchantyumapatirivātmatamopahatyai yariham bujakshana labheya bhavat prasadam jahyamasūn pratakrashan shatajanma bhisyat. The last para that she wrote, in that she wrote that Yasyangri means the lotus feet. Yasyangri pankaja raja snapana mahanto. Great souls like Shiva and Brahma. Hey, here, Panchara is coming. Great souls like Shiva and Brahma are also hankering to get the dust particles of your lotus feet. Shiva wants to apply the dust on his head and get purified of his tamoguna. And Brahmaji wants to take the dust of your lotus feet on his head to become holy. What to speak of ordinary living entities in this world? As soon as your lotus feet touched some Viraja waters, it turned into sacred Ganga. As soon as you put your dust particles on the head of Kaliya, Kaliya became sanctified, purified. And Garuda lost his enmity towards Kaliya after Krishna's lotus feet dust came. So, he was telling the dust of your lotus feet is so powerful. Vanchanti umapatir ivatma tamopahatyai yaryam bujakshana labheya bhavat prasadam. In case you feel that I am not such a qualified personality to obtain you, I am ready to perform penances for another 100 lifetimes. Shatajanma bhisyat, she says. Another 100 lifetimes you tell me to practice Krishna consciousness, I am ready. And whenever you consider me fit, you take me back. Otherwise, I am not afraid of tapasya, she is saying. Whatever tapasya I will prescribe for me, goal is to attain you. And whatever price I have to pay for it, I am ready. Like that she said. So this is the right attitude of a sadhaka, a sadhana bhakta. Sadhana bhakta means two things I have told you till now. One is we should not get distracted by anything other than Krishna. It's not that you cannot marry. You can marry, you can have a job, you can make money. All that can be a side activity going on. But the main activity should be to attain Krishna. Whether you're a man or a woman or a child or an old man or brahmachari or grahastha, whoever you be. Even a brahmachari, Krishna is not the top priority for brahmachari. He will become eventually distracted, diverted and degraded. So Krishna should be our first priority. And then 20 other things you wanted to keep them in the side. They may or may not happen, but at least attaining Krishna will happen if you make it as a top priority. That's one thing I said. And the second thing, don't ask what Krishna has done for you. Ask what you are going to do for him. Express your readiness level that Krishna, put me through whatever it takes for me to attain you. You may bring forth pleasant situations or unpleasant situations. I may sometimes get feedback from people. If I have to get some criticisms from others, I'm ready to take. Whatever you want to bring in my life to purify me, just like a gold is to be put in fire, it becomes purified. So I'm ready for it. Take me through. But do not reject me. I want you. I'm ready to pay the price, whatever it takes. So this readiness is very important for on the part of a devotee. Rukmini, that's what Rukmini is praying. She was an epitome of devotion to Krishna. Though many kings sought Rukmini's hand, she desired only Krishna as her husband. Her deep faith and love for him compelled Krishna to personally intervene and rescue her. You see? Actually, yes, many people may be attracted to us, but we should be attracted to Krishna. There was one boy who wanted to join full time. He went home and parents took him to one marriage. In marriage, one father came and asked this boy's father, "What's your son doing?" His father said, "He's an engineer. He's from IIT. He's an engineer, he's a B.Tech and now he's going to go abroad." So this boy was supposed to go abroad and study and come back, but he had decided to join full time. As soon as that man said, "Oh, your son is an intelligent boy. He's from IIT and he's going abroad for higher studies." Then immediately he brought his daughter and said, "Please keep in mind, she is just 3 years younger to your son. Just keep in mind," he told. And the boy said, "Prabhu, I was clean bold." As soon as he brought his daughter and told my father, what is there in me that he found so great that he wants to give his daughter in marriage to me? So of course his mind became disturbed whether to join or not join the temple full time. Because the father of the girl was proposing to his father about marriage. So I told him, "See, this is not the only proposal. 5 dozen proposals may come to you. But you should be after Krishna. If you really want to dedicate your life. Don't become self-centered. If you become what is in me that somebody found, somebody, that means you become what centered? Self-centered. You are thinking of dedicating your life as a full-time devotee, then you should run after Krishna. Don't be surprised that somebody is coming and proposing to you. They will propose to you to marry you. You propose Krishna to them. You give them a Krishna book. Take Krishna book, be happy. Isn't it? Of course, I have no problem in this boy marrying if he wants to marry. Anybody can marry if they want to marry. Our Shastras don't prohibit marriage. Dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. But even after marriage, like Lokanath Maharaj was telling, one couple came to meet him. Said, "Maharaj, I am Krishna and this is Radha." Like that he was telling. Maharaj said, "Wait a minute. You are Krishna Das, she is Radha Dasi. Remember that." So Maharaj said, "Yes, Maharaj, that's my name. I'm Krishna Das only." But he just told the first part. The first part is not for you, that is Krishna. You are Krishna Das, she is Radha Das. So even if you are marrying also, we should know you are Das and Dasi. You are not Krishna or Radha or something like that. So our first priority in everything in life, you are a grihastha, you are a brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyasi, first priority should be Krishna. So although many kings were proposing to Rukmini, He was not attracted to any of them. She said, what are these kings? These fellows have mustaches and beards and long hairs and the body made of flesh and bones, perishable bodies. Their opulences are here today, they will be gone tomorrow. Like that she says in one shloka. There's one shloka where she says, I am not attracted to these perishable bodies of these conditioned souls, but I am attracted to that personality, Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose body is imperishable, who is eternal, whose qualities are sublime, who has ocean of opulences. And the opulences never diminish at all. Just like a blue lotus, it's always beautifully shining. The blueness of a blue lotus cannot be separated from the blue lotus. Similarly, Krishna is like a blue lotus. His opulences are existing in him forever. And his beauty, his strength, jnana, bala, aishwarya, teja, shakti, all these things are existing in him in oceanic proportion. They never diminish in him. And he is all good personality. He has not even an iota of any blemish in him. Shrutva gunan bhavana sundara shunvatam te nirvishya karna vivarair haratonga tapam rupam drisham drishimatam akhilartalabham tvayachyuta vishati chittama patrapam me. She's saying, if anyone has eyes to see, you see his beauty, then you will lose the attraction to see any other beauty of this world. Today morning dress of Radha Chandra was so beautiful. If you look at that Radha Chandra's beauty, you will not want to see any other beauty of this world. Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akhilartalabham. Akhilartalabham, the ultimate attainment in life is to see his beauty, hear his glories, hear his pastimes. Everything connected to him, his qualities, his activities, his pastimes, they're all mangalam, dhyana mangalam. They're worthy of hearing, worthy of meditating, worthy of speaking, worthy of constantly absorbing ourselves in. So like that she's telling, Haratonga Tapam, actually it is true that my eldest brother Rukmini is troubling me and he's trying to hand me over to Shishupal. He's causing headache, trouble for me. There is some amount of anxiety in the back of my mind. At the same time, remembering you, your good qualities, Krishna's good qualities, Haratonga Tapam, the miseries have got evaporated. Remembering you makes me feel as if you are present right in front of me. So like that she is saying, Rupam Drisham, Drishimatam Akhilatarabam, Tvayachyuta Vishati. Who Achyuta? Achyuta means the infallible Lord who never fails to reciprocate with his devotees. That means Krishna is very attentive. Prabhupada was telling the other day, we were hearing in a lecture, Ananya Chintayanto Mam. Anyone who is thinking of Krishna constantly, Krishna arranges to make sure that the devotees' needs are taken care. And he arranges for the devotees' prasad, devotees' accommodation, devotees' protection. Everything Krishna arranges. The devotee doesn't even know how those things will be arranged. Ananya chintayanto mam yejana pariyupasate tesham nityapiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyam. I preserve what my devotees have and I protect. I preserve what they have and they protect what they don't have. I offer those things. So he says that I protect the faith of the devotee by personally administering what they need. So just as a father has sent his daughter or son to study in a college in Pune, naturally father will send money monthly for the food, for the accommodation, for the college fee, tuition fee or whatever, to buy some other things, vehicles and other things. So just as any parent will take care of the child, similarly Krishna says, anyone who is my devotee and depends completely on me, it becomes my natural duty to take care of the devotee, because devotee doesn't put faith in anyone else. He doesn't put faith in anything else. I am everything for the devotee. So Krishna considers those devotees very important. Oh, my Lord, they have put so much faith in me, it's my duty to reciprocate. So therefore he says, Ananya Achintayantama. They don't take shelter of any demigod. They don't take shelter of any, they don't go to anyone else for any protection, shelter or anything. Whatever I arrange, within that arrangement, they are happy. If I keep them poor, they are very happy being poor. Like Sudama. If I keep them rich, they use all the riches in my service. Yeah, in any situation. So, therefore, you can see that in the one point, devotion that Rukmini showed really attracted Krishna. See, anyone who hears or recites this narration about Lord Madhava's deliverance of Rukmini with devotion will receive the Lord's supreme favor, just as Rukmini did. See, this is the Falashruti. I have put Falashruti in the first page only, so that you will hear with interest. Huh? Yeah. What Falashruti? He says that just as Rukmini attained Krishna, all the hearers of this pastime will also attain Krishna. So, how can we apply this in our life? Cultivate single-minded devotion to the Lord, trusting that He will always protect us. Krishna will always be there for me. And you will see that in this world, somebody dies by being bitten by a serpent, somebody dies by some disease, somebody dies in an accident, somebody dies in old age. But die, we must. The body is one day going to perish. It's only a dress over the soul. But what is most important thing to be protected is our bhakti, that our connection to Krishna, our devotion to Krishna, our affection and affinity for Krishna. That is very rare commodity that has to be protected. So, in this day and age, Kali Yuga is so deadly. If we fall prey to sinful activities or offenses, that affinity for Krishna is going to be blocked. Sins slow down our progress, and offenses practically stop our progress. So it's very dangerous. So one has to safeguard oneself, one's devotion from not getting affected by these things. Now, how did Rukmini get that kind of attraction for Krishna, Ananya Ashchinte Soma? See, behind Krishna and Rukmini, who is there in the top? Somebody is there, see? There is Narada. So Narada and other sages used to come to the Bhishmaka's court. And they used to come and deliver lectures on Bhagavatam in the morning. So Rukmini was very enthusiastic to go and sit and hear enthusiastically. So this eagerness is very important to hear. That's why when Krishna received Rukmini's letter, he asked, how does Rukmini know me? Has she seen me? Has she met me any time? And Brahmana said, no. Then how is it that she has expressed a desire to marry me? He said, as soon as the Brahmana read the letter, the first word was, Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundar, like that she writes. Shrutva, having heard about you, I developed attraction for you, she says. That means even before seeing Krishna eye to eye in this planet, simply by hearing about him, she developed attraction. That's a great hope for us because we are all hearing also. Keep hearing and the attraction will eventually arise. It will develop. Like you will see Prahlad Maharaj, did he see his guru while hearing the lecture? No, he was inside the womb. There was no possibility of seeing Narada. But he only heard. So that Shravanam is most important. The spiritual master lives in his sound vibration and the follower lives with him, Prabhupada says. So if we take the Shravanam process very seriously, by hearing about the Lord from pure devotees, then the attraction for the Lord also awakens. So such guidance from great souls like Narada, such saints, strengthens our faith. Because in the path of bhakti, what is the currency you need to attract Lord's attention? It's a Shraddha. That's why your Nityananda Prabhu, when he opened the marketplace in Godrundvip, what he said? Shraddhavan jana hai, Shraddhavan jana hai, Shraddhavan jana hai. Aparadha shunya hoy loha Krishna naam. Na mata Krishna pita Krishna dhana pran. Prabhura ajnaya vai mage bhiksha. Prabhura ajnaya vai mage bhiksha. Guru Krishna Vajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shiksha. Krishna ra samsar karo chhadi anacha. Jivedaya Krishna naam sarva dharma sa. What type of Shraddha you need? You need Shraddha that Krishna is my mother, Krishna is my father, Krishna is my wealth, Krishna is my friend, Krishna is everything for me. Other things in this world are here today, they'll be gone tomorrow. but Krishna will always be with me. When I leave my body, Krishna will come with me. He'll take me to another place. And when I leave this, quit this material world and go out of this world, he will accompany me. He will take me back to his abode. So this firm faith, innocent childlike faith is required. When you have that firm faith, Krishna is my mother, Krishna is my father. See, all of you students also, you will see in this world, there are so many people all around, many are dangerous people. It's an exploitative world. But in this exploitative world, when you are living, you have a lot of faith in your mother and father. They are good people. They have affection for me. They protect me. They maintain me. Now also they're maintaining me. So just as you have faith in your immediate mother and father, they are like a local mother father. Krishna, Radha and Krishna are global mother and father. So you should have the firm faith in the ultimate mother and father, Bapa no Bap, Bitoba. So you should have firm faith in that Lord. So that Shraddha is there. Spiritual life is very easy for those who have that implicit faith. Otherwise, you take Krishna very lightly, then people say they are practicing spiritual life. God knows they speak so many things, nothing relevant to bhakti. They are talking so many different subjects, which has no connection to strengthening our relationship with Krishna. And then he is saying, Aparada Shunya Hoy, Lo Krishna Nam, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapara. And then he is saying, Prabhura Ajnai Magye Bhiksha. On the order of Mahaprabhu, I am coming to beg you to do Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Shiksha. Chant Krishna's names, study Gita Bhagavatam, and understand more about Krishna. The whole purpose of study of Gita Bhagavatam is to know how wonderful Krishna is, how unfortunately we have turned away from him, how to go back to him. That's the purpose. So the scriptures are like a love letter of God to the Jiva. And chanting of the holy name is love letter of Jiva to God. So this connection has to be revived. It is not something newly to be established. It's already there. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, Sadhya Kabunai, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte, Korya Budai. So by Shravan, the Chitta gets Shuddha, and then the love immediately starts manifesting. It's just like a red hot coal covered with ashes. You blow it, then immediately red hot coal comes. It's already there. So Rukmini was very inspired by hearing Narada Muni and other sages speaking about Krishna's qualities. Krishna has many, many amazing qualities. He's called as Apat Bandhava. Apat Bandhava means when his devotees are in Apat, like our Jadabharata was in Apat, immediately, inspired by Krishna, Durga Devi burst open from the deity and came as in dozen forms. She took the chopper from the hands of the dacoits and cut off the head of all the dacoits. And took the heads of the dacoits and played like football. All the different Durga forms, correct, no? And Jadabharata got up and walked out. Nothing happened to him. So in a great apat situation, Krishna arranged for his devotees' protection. Same with Ambarish Maharaj. Big demon was created in front of Ambarish by Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni thought, I am a mystic yogi. In a moment I will finish him. But then Lord Vishnu was always very attentive to protect Ambarish. There was a Sudarshan Chakra which was revolving above the palace of Ambarish always. Lord had kept it because he knew that Ambarish is not very careful about himself. He just walks here and there, without any bodyguards. So Lord was very concerned that he has to be protected. As soon as Durvasa Muni created the demon, immediately Chakra came, finished off the demon in a moment. So it's called as Apat Bandhava. Anatha Rakshaka means the Lord becomes a protector of his orphan-like devotees. Sometimes the devotees are made like orphan. You can see the Pandavas came as fatherless sons to the palace of Dhritarashtra, only with the widowed mother, Kunti. And they were very ill-treated by Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana and others. So Bhima was fed with poison cakes and poison laddu and like that, many other things. They were sent to Varanavad to be burned alive, so many things. So he's Anatha Rakshaka. So Krishna was always around. When they went to Kamekavan, Krishna went there. When they went to Vrishakaipavan, Krishna went there. Every time he would go and make arrangements to see that his very dear devotees are protected. Finally, when the battle had to happen, Krishna became a Parthasarathi. He never leaves his devotees. He's always hangs around with the devotees. And like eyelids are protecting the eyes. Like that he protects his devotees. So, therefore, such qualities of the Lord, Bhakta Vatsala, Apad Bandhava, Anada Rakshaka. So, this kind of Lord's behaviors have to be studied very carefully. His own good qualities and his qualities in relation to his devotees. When we study these things, then one will understand his role in our life. So when Rukmini heard these things, she became very thrilled. Not only this Lord is a great Lord, that he has all six opulences in full, imperishable personality, he has a Sachidananda Swarupam body, he is everlasting, eternal, he is number one, there is no one equal to him or higher than him. His influence spreads everywhere. These are all his own glory. But although he is glorious himself, when it comes to dealing with his devotees, he is extraordinary. And nobody can give any excuse not to be his devotee. If somebody says, if I were a little more rich, I was rich, I would have become a devotee. Krishna says, no, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya. Okay, just offer me a tulasi leaf or little water. Who can say you can't get little water? Or tulasi leaf or a small flower? Many times you go to the garden, any garden, you can get one flower. That's why he's saying, you don't have to be rich to be a devotee. Even a poor man can be devotee. Somebody says, no, Prabhu, I am a great sinner. I don't think I can be a devotee. Abhichet sudara acharo bhajate mamananyabha. He says, even if you are a sinner, if you are repentant and remorseful, I consider you a sadhu, he says. Saudareva samantavyaha samyak pavasito hisaha. Like that he says. Or somebody may say, actually, I am not a Brahman, you see. I cannot study Vedas and all. Mam hi partha pavashit yepisyu papa yoneha. Even if you are born in any kind of papa yoni, also no problem. Or even if you say you are a woman, you cannot read Sanskrit and Shastras and all. Or you are a Vaishya, you are just counting money. You can't take to serious spiritual life and things like that. Or you are a Shudra, you never went to Gurukul, you never learnt anything. Lord says, still, my devotion is very easy. Just chant the holy name, you can come back to me. I am Tepiyanti Paramgatim. They can attain the Paramgatim, he's saying, ultimate. Somebody says, I agree, Krishna, all these things are wonderful, you see. But there are some difficulties I am going through. Once I sort out these difficulties, then I will become devotee. Krishna says, Matchitta. Matchitta sarvadurgani. Matprasadat. If you have trouble, therefore you have to come to me. Because I am a trouble solver. Matchitta sarvadurgani. Matprasadat. By my mercy, you can cross over all your troubles. And you are saying you will sort out the troubles yourself that you won't be able to do. You will get into more complication. Better you come to me. Matchitta sarvadurgani matprasadat tarishyasi tacchetum ahankaram nashrosyasi vinakshyasi. If you don't listen to me, you'll be destroyed. But if you listen to me, I am already bringing a boat for you. Just sit in the boat. I will row the boat and take you across the samsara. Back home, back to Godhead. Put faith in me. Matchitta sarvadurgani. Durgani means difficulties. Mat prasada tarishyasi. By my prasad, you will cross over this world. By my mercy, he says. So, if you carefully study the Bhagavatam 9th chapter, last part, the glories of devotion service, you cannot give any kind of excuse why not to be a devotee. The only reason why we don't want to be devotee is our lethargy, our laziness. Prabhupada said in Tamaguna, living in it is a lazy. In Rajoguna, they are crazy. So the lazies and crazies don't take to devotion service. Therefore, we have to rise beyond Rajas and Tamas and go to Sattva, where Sukham and Jnanam can be experienced. In that platform also, one should be careful. In Sattva, if somebody becomes very complacent in Sattva, they again go to Tamaguna. Or somebody becomes proud of their knowledge and everything, they go to Rajaguna. So we have to keep ourselves in Sattva and be single-pointed, focused, one-pointed devotion service, ananya chintayantam, that kind of bhakti one should practice. So, I have accepted the Supreme Lord Krishna as my husband. He is the Lord of all creation, supreme among men, and the Lord of my heart, she said. So, in her heart, she decided, after hearing about Krishna's qualities and pastimes, his nature of dealing with devotees, everything. So, what can we learn from this? We have to seek association of those who inspire us and spiritually strengthen our faith in Krishna. So you have to check whatever association I am taking, is it strengthening my faith in Krishna, or is it diverting me to do something else? Huh? Even within ISKCON also, there are so many devotees teaching so many things. We need to associate with devotees who can help us to come one step closer to Krishna. Otherwise, our life is short, time is precious, our fuel will run out. So, when His Holiness Gopal Maharaj was here in Pune once, we were climbing up the staircase, and I was just telling Maharaj, this was about 6 years ago in NVCC. But climbing, I told Maharaj, you are in your 70s, but you have so much energy. You're traveling to so many places and meeting thousands of devotees. We people struggle to run one temple, and you are running hundreds of temples. Like that, I was glorifying him. He said, Radheshyam, look at this body. Nobody can say when it will get punctured. Huh? Today or tomorrow, this body will go away. It is not going to remain permanently. And as long as we have some energy in the body, the best way to utilize that energy is in Krishna service. So I'm doing whatever best I can, like that he was telling. So he was always living in a renounced temperament. He knew that this body will fall away, but the best use of making bad bargain is to use his body in Krishna service. So in this way, we need association of those who inspire us and strengthen our faith in God. So we have to express through prayer our surrender to Krishna. And she did that. Not only we should want to attain Krishna, we should learn to pray to Krishna also. It is said, tap the door, it shall be opened. Pray, and your prayers will be answered. It is said. So, how to pray? Here you see what she says. Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa vidyavayo dravina dhama viratmatulyam धीरापतिं कुलवती नवृणीत कन्या काले नृसिंह नरलोक मनोभिरामम्. Yeah, she's telling Krishna's greatness. Katva Mukunda Mahati, your Kula, your Shila, your Rupa, your Vidya, your learning, your form, your always you look like a Navayavanam, Vaya. And in wealth, you are Lakshmipati. Dhamma Atmatulya, your influence. Atmatulya means you are comparable only to yourself, she is telling. Like in one great devotee says in Ramayana, Lord Rama is so strong, so beautiful, so handsome, that is as beautiful as Lord Rama, he says. Somebody may wonder, hey, what are you talking? He said, I couldn't find anyone else to match him, so I am comparing himself with himself. That's meaning Atmatulyam. So, Dhira Patim Kulavati Navrinita Kanya. If there is a Kanya, any girl is looking for a husband who is greatly learned, very intelligent, handsome, and has great wealth, has great influence over large number of people, and he is very intelligent, and one who is gentle in speech and behavior. So here, what is the meaning of that? This is the external meaning. Like a young girl is looking for a suitable husband. The same manner, all the jivas, like all of us, are also like Kanya. Because we are what? Prakriti or Purusha? Prakriti. So we are, women means we are like a creeper. And Lord is like a tree. So every creeper requires a tree to hang on to. Correct? No? So because that is why girls, when their age is going, when 21, 22, 23, they get little tension. They ask the father, Papa, any match has come? Father will say, I will tell you, don't worry. Right? When the right time comes, I'll tell you. When she becomes 24, 25, sometimes girl becomes worried. Age is going, and if you don't get a match, later on it will be difficult. So the father is supposed to settle a girl properly in marriage. Similarly, the jivas are also wandering here and there. Where will I get shelter? Somebody goes to college and gets engineering degree. Prabhupada says degree in their mouth, they go around. Can you give a job? Can you give me shelter in your company? Company says, no employment, get lost. There is one verse, Dandam Odane Evava. Find out, you'll find it in the Bhagavatam. Dandam Odanam Evava. So, Prut Parito, and that's how it starts. There's one verse. It says like a dog going from door to door seeking some food and it is driven away sometimes. Like that, many people are looking for shelter. Can your company give me shelter? They say, no vacancy, get lost. Then go to another company. Can you give me shelter? Everybody wants shelter. And in that shelter, they want support. And then in their support, they want to experience pleasure. Correct, no? Similarly, just as a woman requires a capable husband to maintain her, similarly, the jiva requires a capable personality. His Grace Bhakti Vinod Prabhu, Chandigarh President, is always a very humorous devotee. So he was telling Lord Vishnu has Shank, Chakra, Gada, Padma. He said, similarly, if a man has to marry a woman, he has to have a car key and a flat key, and a sumptuous salary in the hand, and then only he can give shelter to any woman in modern times, he was telling. So, but Lord is opulent. All 6 opulences are full in him. And he can maintain not one jiva, 2 jivas. He can maintain all the jivas. In fact, we say, Nityo Nityanam, Chetana Chetananam, Eko, Yovidadati Kaman. He maintains. Lord is the maintainer of all the jivas. So we are like a creeper. We are seeking shelter. So I'll give you one homework verse which you can read about the shelter. Tasmat bhavantam anavadyam anantaparam sarvajñam ishwaram akunta vikunta dishnyam nirvinna dhirahamuhe vrijinabhitapto narayanam narasakham sharanam prapadye. This is 11th canto verse. How it begins? Tasmat bhavantam anavadyam anantaparam. There Uddhava is telling why Krishna is the only worthy master to take shelter. Multiple points is mentioning. You go through that. I will not release the suspense. I leave it to you. You can open the purport and read. You see, it's very amazing. Tasma bhavantam anavadyam. Similarly, here she is telling that you are the only worthy master of all the jivas. So, Manobirama, you are very charming to the heart of all jivas. Mano, we say now, that means one who steals the heart of all the living entities by his attractive potency. In this way, she is telling that after considering very carefully all your great qualifications and your behavior and character and everything, she says that now I have decided I will not give myself to anyone other than the Supreme Lord Krishna. So what is the application for us? When faced with difficulties, we should surrender to Krishna through prayer and devotion, knowing that he always protects his sincere devotees. So we have to learn to pray. It's very important. If we don't know how to pray and how to ask, many times we may be in difficulty, then we try to sort out things ourselves. But those who pray, they get help. They get help from the top. Therefore, we say prayers go up, blessings come down. So one should present one's situation to Krishna. Prabhupada writes in one, you can read one purport. Prabhupada says, Pashyanti te me ruchiranyam basantaha prasanna bhaktaruna lochanani rupani divyani varapradani sakam vacham sprighaniyam badanti. 3rd canto. In that purport, Prabhupada says, the devotees go in front of the deity and express their minds before the deities. And the deity also speaks back to them in many cases, Prabhupada writes. Sakam vacham sprighaniyam badanti. But one has to be a pure devotee to be able to hear the speech of the Lord. Like that Sakshi Gopal drama you have seen, where the Brahmana spoke to Lord and Lord also spoke back to him. So if you become a pure devotee, you can speak to Lord and express something, and Lord will speak back to you. And in case we are not such pure devotees, still we can speak to Lord, although we may not be able to get reciprocation immediately. But if you express your mind to Lord, how the Lord will arrange situations in your life, you cannot even know. You can, you just go and pray to him that I am in this trouble. I don't think anybody else in this world can help me except you. I have brought this problem to you. I have got into some difficulty. So please guide me. So if somebody prays to Lord, and then Lord will arrange, he may not directly, even in the Mahabharata and Ramayana and all we see, many times the Lord comes in the form of a Brahmana. Sometimes he comes in the form of a Rishi. Sometimes the Lord comes in various forms, he comes. So how he will guide you to come out of the situation, he only knows. Because he is all pervading, he can come in any form. So therefore one should learn to pray and take help, like Rukmini did. Rukmini was in trouble. See, can anybody sort out Rukmini's situation? Like, the eldest brother is pushing that she has to marry Shishupal. Huh? And the father Bhishmaka is also aligning with him. And the younger brothers are completely powerless. And she is left all alone. So then she did one thing. She called one Brahman, trustworthy Brahman. Such a Brahman, trustworthy Brahman is like a father, like a spiritual master. So in this particular analogy, Rukmini is like the Jiva, like all of us, and the Brahmana is like the Guru. So we should put our petition to Krishna through. So therefore we go to a spiritual master and take Diksha. We surrender to him and say, please pass my petition to Krishna. Because you are close to Krishna. You are near to Krishna. So you give it to Krishna and then connect me to Krishna. That's the meaning with which you go to Guru. So Guru acts like a via media between Krishna to Jiva and Jiva to Krishna. So the Brahmana took the letter from Rukmini. Rukmini wrote a letter and gave it to him and said, please pass it to Krishna as quickly as possible and tell me whether he agreed to take me. So in her letter, because she comes from a Kshatriya family, Kshatrani, she gave a clue to Krishna also that don't come with a big army. That will lead to a lot of bloodshed. He said, just come with 3 or 4 people into Kauntanyapur and then just to be around. And that particular day, when I'll be taken to the Ambika's temple with both sides, many soldiers with raised swords in their hands, sitting on the horses, in the march past, they will all go. And the Brahmani ladies, elderly ladies, will be taking me to the Ambika's temple. So I will go and pray to Ambika and I'll come out. At that time, before I reach because both side soldiers are coming and then she's in a palanquin. She'll be in a palki. So before I board the palki, if you are around, instead of boarding the palki, I'll board your chariot. And then I'll be yours. You take me. Like that because she even gave a strategy also to Krishna. Because she belonged to Kshatriya family. She was a strategist. So she gave a clue. And Krishna exactly followed her plan, whatever she said. That means what we should do also, we want to dedicate ourselves to Krishna. So we should tell the Lord, please kindly take me, give me some method by which I can become more and more dedicated, more and more surrendered to you. Somebody is saying, Prabhuji, so and so will not, mother will not leave me, father will not leave me, my relatives won't leave me. Somebody is saying, you can give 101 excuses why you can't be a devotee. Correct, no? Like one boy who long before, in 92, when he came to Chopari temple, he told Maharaj, I was chanting 6 rounds, I have given up chanting, he said. Maharaj asked, why? Oh, my parents have told me to stop. They trouble me like anything if I chant. And Maharaj asked, are they throwing you from the 4th story building to ground? Maharaj, how can they throw me? Maharaj, Prahlad's father arranged to throw him. Are they piercing you with a needle? No, Maharaj, my parents will never do that, he said. Prahlad's father arranged to pierce him through many spears, with many asuras, like that. Are your parents boiling you in oil? Like that Maharaj asked one by one. Then the boy understood, my trouble is not as great as Prahlad's trouble. Isn't it? Even for little trouble, we very conveniently give up devotional service. So if one wants to attain Krishna, we cannot give lame excuses. One has to pray to the Lord for some idea by which we can get out of the trouble and then we should be able to go on with our Krishna consciousness. So now Rukmini is waiting, she's worried. What happened? The Brahman hasn't come back. And then after reading, Krishna told the Brahmana only to open the letter and read. That means how much Krishna trusted the Brahman. He didn't tell, hey, she gave a letter, give it to me, you go away. He didn't say that. You open the cover yourself. Because Brahmana is a completely blemishless, non-malicious well-wisher of everybody. He said, you are like a guru to her. What is your disciple saying? Read it. So he only read all the verses and Krishna heard it. And Krishna said, just as Rukmini has so much devotion for me, I also have made up my mind that definitely I will marry her. You can give my assurance to her. At the right time, I will come and accept her hand. Like the Krishna gave assurance. So now the Brahmana is returning back, you are seeing in the picture. And Rukmini is seeing from the top, from the, what is that, portico or what do you call it? Portico? Balcony. From the balcony she is seeing, yeah. Hmm. So now you can imagine how much eager she will be to know whether answer is plus or minus, correct, no? Isn't it? So she is called as Lakshana Avijna. Lakshana Avijna means she was very expert in studying the external appearances of a person. Based on that, she can know what is going on in the mind of the person. So when she saw the Brahmana, she saw that Brahmana is walking confidently. His face is lit up and bright and very cheerful. So she already got the answer that Lord is going to accept my hand. Like that she understood. So the Guru brings the good news to the disciple that Krishna has accepted you. Like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami that the last shred of material enjoyment is finished when you gave up the blanket. Krishna has accepted you. He said, same thing he told Raghunath Das also. Raghunath Das, now Lord Krishna has accepted you. And then they all said, Krishna has accepted us or not, we have given our lives to you. So the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always would say that how Krishna ultimately accepts the jiva. So the Brahmana came and went to her and told her. I read out the letter, what happened there in Dwaraka, he told. And Krishna said, definitely he will come. So Rukmini was so delighted. Her whole body immediately manifested the Ashtasatvika Vikar. Her hair stood on end and tears were streaming from her eyes. Her whole body was trembling in ecstasy. And she didn't know what to give to the Brahman in charity. Immediately she offered obeisances. Generally, such princesses, they would give a necklace, or they would give bangles or something, they would give some gold item or something like that. But she thought, Rukmini, what can be given to this personality who has connected me to Krishna? I give my obeisances to him. Therefore we say, Chakudan Diloje, Janma Janma Prabhu. So Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's books and this ISKCON movement, through this Prabhupada, which Prabhupada established, he has become an instrument in connecting us to Krishna. So life after life I will serve. Not even one life. Million lives I am ready to serve. So unless we have this gratitude to Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and to this Parampara, Guru Parampara, this gratitude can only arise if you understand what gift you have received. If somebody gave you a diamond, you threw it away, that's your foolishness. The diamond, imagine you got a diamond which is 50 lakh rupees worth, and you threw away the diamond and you're picking up some glass piece in the hand. How foolish it is. So when she understood Krishna has agreed, she became delighted. You see, one amazing thing with Lord Krishna is, even if the whole world is against you, but if Krishna has decided to accept you, whole world cannot do anything. That's the point. Here he says, Krishna always protects his devotees. Krishna protects us even if the entire world is against. Because Rukmini was against, and his soldiers were also trying to make sure that Rukmini will be given to Shishupal. And Shishupal had come also. Shishupal had come, and already marriage arrangements were going on. Shishupal was thinking he was going to marry her. And at that time, Krishna and Krishna's small few men came with him also. So Bhishma thought that Krishna has come to see the marriage. So he was welcoming him with Madhupak and everything. But then the people in Dwaraka, they all wanted Rukmini to marry whom? Krishna. They were a perfect match. But Bhishmaka was not aware. That's what he said here. Yeah. So when the day of the marriage was about to come, Rukmini was, as it was planned, she was taken to Ambika temple. So she is saying a prayer, 10:53:46. Namasye Twambike Abhikshnam Swasantanam Shivam Yutam Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan Krishnastat Anumodatam. Like that she's telling, Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan, may Krishna become my husband. Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan, Krishnastat Anumodata. Oh, Ambika, who is sitting with your husband Shiva and your two children Kartikeya and Ganesh. So I have come to your temple to pray to you that may Krishna become my husband. So this is the prayer of a devotee to any demigod. You go, even if you go to some demigod temple, may Krishna become my eternal master. Let me attain Krishna. Like that. So although she was surrounded by many enemies, Krishna came at the right time to rescue her. Actually, when she came out of the Ambika's temple, uh, the Brahmanis were also there surrounding her. They only told her, offer a prayer of your choice. So she offered the prayer, and then they gave all their sagarbati and chandan, kumkum, everything was given. The pujari performed arati and gave back, and then she accepted. When she was coming out, now she was at the peak of tension. So now what's going to happen? As soon as she came, she removed her pallu, the cloth covering the head, to see whether Krishna has come. Then all the other kings like Shishupal and other people, here you can see they are all sitting in the horses. You are seeing here, this side and here. Many are sitting in the horses and elephants and chariots. Simply when she looked at her, at that side, they fell from the top to bottom. Dop, 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 they were all falling. It's very similar to Sita's marriage. When Sita was coming, cascading like Ganga flowing down, she was coming in the steps down to the hall. It was a hall like this. And there was a gallery where all the kings were sitting. Below also and gallery also they were sitting. As soon as Sita was taking the garland and coming down, from the gallery they fell down. Can you imagine? From the top. But after falling down also, they didn't blink their eyes also. They're watching. As the unblinking eyes, they're watching Sita's beauty. Who is going to get Sita's hand? Of course, Sita had already made up her mind that who should get her hand? Ram only. Of course, none of the other guys could break the bow. When they were trying to catch the bow, they were thrown off. Somebody broke their hand, somebody broke their leg. Only their mustaches are big. But they couldn't do that big work. Only Lord Rama could do that. Similarly, Shakti attains the shelter of Shaktiman. Rukmini was also Krishna's Shakti. Naturally, she will attain Krishna. Other fellows, lusty rogues, they were staring at her. Similarly, in this world also, there are many living entities staring at you to exploit you for their own interests. But we should not give ourselves to any living entity other than Krishna. Just like you see a pativrata, a chaste wife, she wears a kumkum on her forehead. She doesn't consider her body to belong to anyone other than her husband. No other man can allure her, attract her, because the kumkum represents that she is married. She wears a sindoor and she wears a mangal sutra also, isn't it? For her, husband is like, husband is God, and she doesn't become attracted to any man. Her connection with any other man comes only through the husband. Husband says, prepare some snacks and give. Then she'll prepare something and give and to serve everybody. In the same manner, devotees of Krishna, they wear a tilak. She wears those devotees wear tilak. She wears Mangal Sutra, we wear Kantimala. Correct, no? So we are also like Krishna's wives. Krishna is called Satvatam Pati. So he is the husband of all the jivas. So our life is devoted only to him. And when it comes to Krishna, we will give every drop of our blood for his service. And any other jiva comes to exploit, we will kick it away, get lost. I belong to Krishna. I belong to my Guru. I belong to Prabhupada. You can't exploit me. Because what is the meaning of getting exploited by other living entities? If some lusty proposal comes and lurking in front of you, if you give your energy, time, money to that, you are getting exploited. If there is an angry encounter that comes in front of you, you are wasting your energy in dealing with that angry situation. You are being exploited by anger. Similarly, if you become greedy for sense gratification and increasing your material comforts, you are being exploited by Maya in the form of, material greed. So there are many different things in this world which are waiting to drag you and make you spend your time, money, energy, attention. Like for example, the social media is another exploiter. It is just exploiting your time, attention, energy. So a devotee of the Lord should be very intelligent not to be exploited by anyone or anything. Our whole body mind, words, time, energy, attention, everything is only for Krishna. 24/7. And that is that when that's the meaning of Rukmini giving herself to Krishna. You see, although Rukmini was surrounded by enemies, Krishna came at the right time to rescue her from being married to Shishupal. Even though Balarama and Krishna were vastly outnumbered, they effortlessly defeated the opposing kings. Opposing kings may have a lot of technology and everything, but they can't stand in front of Krishna. Lord Krishna, the refuge of the surrendered, took Rukmini into his chariot and rode away, just as a lion snatches its prey from amid jackals. When we surrender to Krishna, he always protects us, even if the entire world is against us. Yeah, actually, when you become Krishna conscious, whether you become brahmacharya or grihastha, there are a lot of relatives oppose you. Generally, people think only brahmacharis get opposition. Many grihasthas also get opposition. Because sometimes in grihastha families, parents think that my son or daughter will lose interest for economic development, money making. Because some parents are very materialistic and they want their children also to be materialistic. One father was telling a boy, but I will teach you how to smoke a cigarette. That's when you join my business, you should also be like me. So there are so many materialistic parents, they are super materialistic. They want to make their sons and daughters as materialistic as them, just like Hiranyakashipu. He wanted to make Prahalad. But when these children become devotees, whether it be a boy or a girl, you will find that even if they are ready to get married and peacefully settle, keep a balance between material life and spiritual life, many don't agree very easily. So, therefore, they are all like our enemies. In that sense, anyone who is stopping your Krishna consciousness is your enemy. And one should know, we should not become victim of enemies. Our body, mind, words are for Krishna only. And then boldness in devotion. Rukmini, she took initiative. That's very important for us to learn. We should take initiative. See, we must take the first step in devotion. See, here I've shown the picture of Rukmini coming out of Ambika's temple and walking towards the chariot of Krishna. Rukmini did not passively wait for Krishna. She took action by writing a letter to him. That was the first initiative. She displayed great intelligence and faith in her approach. That is strategy also she gave him and told him what to do. Then finally, on the actual day when Krishna had arrived, she walked towards the chariot from the temple. So when she walked, Krishna also drew the chariot closer to Rukmini. So she is going, he is coming. That means our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. So both combined will make us obtain Krishna. In spiritual life, we must take initiative and steps in our devotion rather than waiting passively for the divine grace to come. Some people say, Prabhuji, now I am very fallen soul. Someday Lord's grace will come. No. If you fallen soul means to get up, what are you doing? Are you remaining fallen? For example, say you have fallen into a well. Krishna is sending a rope. And you tell Krishna, okay, my Lord, if you want to lift me up, you lift me. Lord will say, I will lift you, but you have to catch the rope. If you're not ready to catch the rope, you're so lazy. How can you be lifted up? So, therefore Krishna says, Sarvadharman Mamekam. This you have to do. Two things you have to do. Abandon all other varieties of petty religions and surrender only to Krishna. After we do that, what he says? Aham tvam mokshayishyami. So he says, then I will destroy all your sinful reactions and sinful propensities. Then you will attain me. So we have to take initiative, like Rukmini took the initiative. And opposition will come, but stay steadfast in love. Like Rukmini faced immense opposition from her brother Rukmini, who wanted to marry her to Shishupal, but she remained steadfast in her love for Krishna. So Rukmini once became, her brother became very angered and humiliated when after she was taken by Krishna into his chariot and Krishna was about to proceed, the brother Rukmini followed him and said, he told Shishupal and others, now I will chase behind Krishna and finish him and then take my sister back and come back. And in case I don't defeat him, I will not come back, he said. Therefore, after he left Kauntinapur, he could not come back only because he couldn't defeat Krishna. On the contrary, Krishna defeated him very easily. And then he cut one side hair, one side mustache and all that he did. So, So the application is, we may face opposition from family, society, or even our own doubts also. But like Rukmini, we must remain fixed in our devotion. So Rukmini was fixed in her devotion, constantly remembering Krishna, chanting his names, and absorbed in his remembrance. So Krishna could take away Rukmini. So the challenges will come, but the challenges are like tests for our devotion. Without test, we are not going to perfect in life. Like in a college, imagine engineering college, you have 50 papers to pass. Imagine a college, people tell you that no exams, no tests, you just go through the 4 years and study all subjects well, and we'll award you a degree, engineering. Do you think anybody will open the book? Nobody will study. You will just go through engineering, not grow through. You will not be growing. So the growing happens when there is test, yeah. Without test, we don't grow. Like scientists once took one cocoon of a caterpillar. They thought, why should the caterpillar squeeze out of it and come like this? Like this it will come. Then it will develop wings and fly like a colorful butterfly. So they took a blade and cut it. When they cut open the cocoon, then over the caterpillar's body, lot of some liquid was there. And it had underdeveloped wings. And the creature suffered all life. He could never develop the wings. Later on, scientists understood it's God's creation that when the caterpillar comes out by squeezing, the liquid comes out and it strengthens the wings. When it comes out, then it is able to move the wings and then fly like a colorful butterfly. So sometimes we may not know the difficulties are necessary for us to develop realizations, to awaken realizations. Without difficulties, we tend to take things very easily, cheaply. So that's why many children who get ready-made money from the father, they get spoiled like Nalakur Manigrave. Rich kids, they got spoiled. Correct, no? Because they have not done any hard work, you see. So therefore, in the path of bhakti also, tests will come and the tests make us more stronger. If you don't get any tests, any of you, I will tell you one very simple idea. Take book bag and go out. Somebody will humiliate you and that will be it. Then immediately your ego will be affected. Then that is the test of your Trinada Peshunichena. Isn't it? Yeah. So we may face opposition from family, society, so many people, but you have to remain fixed in our devotion. A relationship based on devotion to God is the strongest relationship. You see, Krishna and Rukmini's relationship was based on love, mutual respect, devotion to the Supreme. She always remained humble and served Krishna with love. She's saying, oh, my dear husband, even the goddess of fortune herself could not obtain you, yet you have married me. She was always grateful. The jiva should never be proud. We should never be proud of our own devotion. We should think that, Lord is rare even for Lakshmi. That Nagapatnis are saying that, isn't it? And they are saying, Kasyanubhavosya nadeva vidmahe tavangri renus parashadhikara yadvanchaya shri lalana charattapo vihaya kaman suchiram dritavrata. So the Lakshmi ji has given up all of that desires and with great dridavrat, she is doing penance in the Bilbavan to attain you in the rasa dance. But even she is not able to get chance to enter the rasa dance. But you are giving the dust of your lotus feet to the Kaliya Nag on the head, like that they were saying. The same way Rukmini is telling also. So two relationships thrive when centered on spiritual values rather than temporary material attractions. So Rukmini's relationship with Krishna was spiritual. Similarly, all the jivas, they have a loving relationship with Krishna on a spiritual plane. And such a jiva, even after attaining Shuddha Bhakti, the jiva is always humble. Jiva never thinks, I am a great devotee or whatever. So you can remember this. These are the final takeaways. Last slide. Faith in Krishna's mercy brings divine protection from Krishna's side. Hearing about Krishna from saints strengthens our devotion. Sincere prayers and surrender invoke Krishna's intervention. Because when you pray, then Krishna can also reciprocate. If you don't pray, how will he reciprocate? The Lord never abandons his devotees, even in dire situations. He must take proactive steps in devotion, like she took steps. Challenges will arise, but our faith should not waver. We should remain strong in our faith. And Krishna reciprocates with love and sweetness, you see. And when we have a spiritual relationship, That foundation is the strongest foundation. Yeah. So, one boy told Prabhupada, Swamiji, you love Krishna, I love a girl, like that he was telling. Prabhupada said, what is this great love for a girl you are talking about? Even cockroach loves a she-cockroach. Dog loves a she-dog. So the material world love is simply material, mundane, it's a short-lived, it's a, it doesn't, even till one lifetime also it doesn't remain. Sometimes people say that I am in love with so and so, and within 5 years they will divorce also in this world. Who is that? Gaur Gopal who used to joke, love at first sight and divorce at first fight, like that, isn't it? So, this love, Prabhupada said, is mundane love. What we are talking is not that love. We are talking about spiritual love. Between Jiva and God is everlasting love, eternal love. So, a man who marries a wife should know that my wife, my children, they are all put in my custody. All of us are Jivas. We are all lovers of Krishna. So let us make Radha Krishna, Rukmini Krishna center of our home. And then let us awaken that love. So any family that focuses on awakening love for God will be the happiest family. Family that prays together, family that sings together, clings together. Family that dances together, dances together. As I said. So then my Guru Maharaj used to say, between the couple there should be divine couple. So then it's a happy family. Otherwise they'll be fighting. Because the so-called love of the material world cannot last long. It's mundane, superficial, it's empty. But the love for God, like Rukmini taught us, she's like our mother. She's teaching us how to perform staunch devotional service, following in her footsteps. Rukmini Krishna ki, Sri Radha Chandra ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Thank you very much. One very important thing I forgot to tell you. Some devotees have sponsored Prabhupada Lilamrit 500 rupees. It's actually 1500 rupees, which is available to you only today and tomorrow at 1000 rupees only. Which means at 2/3 of the price. Because they were, I told them that these are all non-earning boys, they are students. So they said, okay, 1/3 I will sponsor. Which means instead of 1500, you get it at 1000 rupees. 7-volume Lilamrita. Every 16 rounder student should have one Lilamrit, if you don't have. And it is a golden opportunity for you. If you want to think today, you can take it tomorrow. If you already thought out, take it today. And if anybody takes, I will give my signature. But so wherever I travel nowadays, I distribute like 200, 300 books in 2-3 days only. Because many people, they say that I watch your videos, so you please give signature. Very good. I take advantage of my so-called popularity in selling Prabhupada books. So, but many people bring their notebook and pen. I tell them no. I will sign only in whose books? Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada ki